So the problem is how to find the center of this radius 25 arc and this radius 30 arc. We know the center of this radius 3 arc is 40 millimeters up from the center of the part, and then the center of the radius 6 arc is up 20 millimeters straight up from that. So let's look at how we solve this geometrically. So the challenge is to create the tangent arcs. So I'm going to start a new sketch on an appropriate plane, and then I will draw a construction line about like that vertically, and then I'm going to draw a circle about right here, and I'm being careful not to click on the midpoint of that construction line. I'm going to make that circle a diameter of 6, and I'm going to draw a second circle up here. I'll make that a diameter of 12, and then I'm going to dimension the location of those two circles. So from the center of my part up to the center of this circle is 40, and from the center of this circle up to the center of this circle is 20. And notice that that geometry all turns black. This arc turns black, this turns black, letting us know that it's fully defined. Now if I want to dimension that or show that as a radius dimension, I'll come over here to leaders, put this on a radius dimension, and I'll do the same thing on this one. I'll come over here to leaders and I'll put that as a radius dimension. Now I'm going to do a 3-point arc, and I'm going to do that arc from about right here, and I'm going to be careful not to select the quadrant of this small circle, or I can maybe do it from about right here up to about right here, and then I'm going to come over to about right here. Now I want to make this arc tangent to this circle, tangent to this circle, so I'll select those. I'll do that as tangent, and I will select these two arcs, and I will make those as tangent. So now I see a tangent here, a tangent here. I will now dimension this radius of this arc, and so I don't know where the center of that arc is, but once I put in the radius, then SolidWorks automatically figures out, where the center of that arc would be in order to make it tangent to this circle, tangent to this circle, and with that radius. So I'm going to do the same thing over here on the other side. So again, I'll be careful, don't click the quadrant. I'll select the circle. I'll select a circle someplace other than the quadrant. I'll come out here someplace, and I will select those two arcs. I'll make those tangent, and I'll select these two arcs, and I'll make those tangent, and then I'll put in a dimension here, a radius of 25. It all turns black. It's all fully defined. I'll come up here, and I'm going to trim out these pieces and these pieces, and then I have my sketch. Now don't pattern the sketch. You will be better off patterning the feature. And so I'm going to do an extrude cut, and I'm going to tell it to go through all, and I might have, I don't know where I put the midplane of this, so I'm going to tell it to go through all in both directions. And so now I have my cut going through here, and then do a circular pattern of the feature rather than of the doing it of the sketch. So you don't, whenever possible, you don't want to do the pattern of the sketch.